When you had Digby, was it always something that you wanted to have a baby?
Yeah, I thought I would always have kids, and then I went through a period where I thought, well, no, I've left it too late. I'm not going to meet anyone. Just before I met Chris, I'm not going to meet anyone that I'm going to trust enough to have children with.
Right.
And then
how was that though? Thinking of,
I was like, okay, well, that's okay. I've got my nieces and nephews, and as long as
I
was like, yep, that's okay.
Wow. Okay.
And then met Chris and was like, oh, you're quite nice.
Yeah.
I always intended to have children and then thought that it wasn't going to happen, and then ended up leaving it far later than I thought I would. So I was 38 when Digby was born. And so he's ended up as a limited edition.
And I love that you call him that.
And I feel a bit sad about that sometimes, but that's the decision that we've made, because I'm 43 now, and it took me a long time to get over, physically and mentally, to get over having a baby.
Yeah.
And so that's just the way the world has ended up.
Yeah. Do you think that because it was maybe harder mentally because you did have him later in life?
I think because of what I do, I need to be firing on all cylinders, like my brain, and it took me ages to feel like myself again and to feel sharp. And so I think from the outside I looked fine and appeared to be doing exactly the same job that I've always done, but on the inside I found it really frightening to be in a fog. Like I was in a fog for months of just going, I know we're having a conversation, but I'm not quite following what's going on. I know there's a joke there, but it's just gone. I haven't reached for it. And so it was surprisingly hard, and physically because I was older, it was just harder.
Yeah, and it's taxing. And I remember when Bax was born, I kind of got baby brain pretty early on in my pregnancy. I was doing things where I go, oh my God, I'm so not myself. I'm usually so on the ball. And then it took me quite a while, and I think it was nearly a year before I felt like the fog lifted.
Yeah.
And I remember just saying to one of my friends, I'm like, does it ever go away? Because I don't feel like myself. And they're like, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And it has. Like I'm back 2 years on, completely back to myself. But you do think that fog is not going to lift.
And I reckon it took 18 months for me to feel like, I'm back.
Yeah, and you know when you're back, don't you? Like, oh my God, I can think properly.
Yeah.
But that would be extra hard for you when you rely on everything around you to get material and...
Yeah, and just, the sheer thing of just being so exhausted and not watching the news or not catching up on pop culture and all of that sort of stuff. So I found that really tricky, of just trying to remain alert and engaged in the world when your whole universe has just gone down to the size of a cot.